18th, 2022, and we are live inside the Fingerlakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Sinicropi. Welcome back. Felecia Dombrowski is back in the building, and we have Adam Vryhof, who is the founder of Big Awesome BBQ. I'm sure you can understand we're going to try some good food. We're going to talk about all the exciting things he has going on. But first, today's show is brought to you by the Seneca Falls Country Club, who will be celebrating St. Patty's Day tomorrow, and why not join them for a traditional corned beef and cabbage dinner, or you can get a Reuben special. You also get a special up 2-for-1 draft beers. March Madness will be playing on all the TVs, and it sounds like it would be a perfect time to go and celebrate, which is crazy that it's St. Patrick's Day already tomorrow.
Well, spring's almost here, so another thing you can do when you're down there getting corned beef and cabbage is get a new member app, because it's an amazing new member special that they run at Seneca Falls. $8.99 plus tax.
Yep.
Full golf with cart all season long.
That's
It's
amazing.
unbelievable. Details are on the website, SenecaFallsCountryClub.com.
Right, and then they did say for tomorrow you can dine in or you can take out, but they do prefer that you put in reservations if you remember, and that number is 315-568-5202, and you hit the option number 2 when you call that number. So, happy St. Patrick's Day almost.
Yeah, crazy tomorrow.
And instead of having St. Patrick's Day food, we're going to have some awesome barbecue food. So welcome. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
We are excited because you're going to be coming to our neck of the woods, correct? Or you
I'm
already
here.
are. You already here. So the big reason I brought you on is because you now have a space in the FLX Food Hall, which is located at the Auburn Mall, correct?
Fingerlakes Mall.
Yep, Fingerlakes Mall.
Yes. So how did that become a thing, and when did you get there?
So I moved to the area, so I wanted to approach him about setting up like a food truck event there.
Okay.
And at the same time, when you have a food truck, you have to have a commissary, which is a commercially permitted kitchen. I have one in Syracuse with anything but beer.
Oh, okay.
But that's in Syracuse. I was looking for some space a little bit closer, because with a food truck, it'll quickly take over everything.
Mm-hmm.
So before moving, our dining room was like a garage of paper products and equipment, because you really can't store equipment in your common, like, you know, some do, most of them don't, so you're constantly bringing stuff back and forth, so everything was just stored in there, and I was like, I gotta get this out of my house, I can't look at it anymore. So when we moved, I was like, you know what, this has gotta end. So I happened to ask, like, hey, what do you rent these empty stalls for?
Right.
You know, I just want to use it for the kitchen. I don't want anything else.
Oh.
Well, they told me I had to be open.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I'm open in the Fingerlakes Mall. And it's not gone bad. It's only week 2, but it's not been bad at all.
So
Running
very fresh.
third-party delivery and everything.
Oh, awesome.
Which makes a big difference.
All right. So I didn't know that about food trucks. That's like, you know, you think you have the food truck and you have everything you need in that food truck, but in order to have that, you have to have.
You have to be tied to like a
Commercial
brick and mortar that's
kitchen,
permitted,
yeah.
and you know, it doesn't matter the county. You know,
Right. Okay, but yeah. So
you just have to have it.
you started out in Syracuse.
Yeah. So
And-
I've operated in Syracuse since 2016, 2017 with the truck.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, it's all blur.
Yeah.
Well,
and
give
now
me your
you-
thought. Like, lots of different ways or styles of barbecue. What's your specialty? Like,
So-
how do you do it?
So mainly the style, I guess, would be closely related to like North Carolina. It's
Kind of
predominantly
vinegary
pork, heavy on
sauce?
vinegar.
Yeah.
We don't really do the vinegar sauce. We've ran it a few times. People don't want it here.
I know it's different.
So we don't. But we do like our standard tomato-based sauce, which has a nice vinegar tang and a pepperiness, and it's not too sweet. And then we do a mustard base, which is the spicier of the two. But that's like tangy, and it's got a good chili pepper hot to it.
Ooh, that's exciting. So how did you get started in opening up Big Awesome BBQ?
It started as a competition barbecue team.
Okay, that's
So-
a thing. See, I guess I don't know
I
the
know, I
barbecue
didn't-
world. A competition barbecue team. How does that?
Yeah, it's a
work?
big deal.
You guys,
Well-
used to have a competition in Auburn.
We did? Oh, geez. Well, yeah, I don't make my way to Auburn very much, I guess, but
But yeah, so I started out doing KCBS competitions, which is the Kansas City Barbecue Society, and it gets very expensive.
okay.
It's a few
Like
hundred
entry fees and travel and everything.
between fees, travel, the meats. I mean, a brisket alone, It's
Yeah.
like 50 plus bucks.
Mhm.
And when I started out, I mean, I was working, I was probably making like $11 an hour in human services. And I'm like, man, I can't afford this. So we'd start selling leftovers. Then people would want to hire us from there. And it just blew up to what it is. The reason it's my main job is I got fired on paternity leave.
Oh, no.
And I was like, well, I'm not going to do that again.
No better time
to
than
do
now.
something you like. So you
Exactly.
obviously like to do smoking meats and all that stuff was probably
Sure.
something you did before, right? That's how
I
you
liked
got
it
into
before.
it. Yeah. Oh, now
Well, they
you-
say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Do what you love
That's
and
it.
you will hate what you love and you got to
Oh,
find
that-
something else to do.
Both are true to some extent.
Yeah, so now everyone knows that your food is good and they have more of that demand, and so
Yeah.
you're forced to have this as your full-time job.
What's your top selling item at the Fingerlakes Mall over the past 2 weeks?
Burgers at the mall.
Burgers, huh?
And the same thing that's the top seller since its induction is our hog Rito. It's pulled pork mac and cheese and Frito corn chips in a
Okay, I was
wrap
wondering what was in that. I saw that.
with
I was like, I have
with our
that.
homemade barbecue sauce. That's what I wanted to bring. But of course, I'm sold out of barbecue, which
Wow.
that's what I got to deal with today when I'm done here.
Oh my goodness, how does it?
That's a good sign that you're selling out.
I
Yeah.
know, but it aggravates everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
I definitely didn't know what we would be trying when we came, and it was funny because you're like, he brought us some burgers that smell absolutely delicious. They look like those.
I got a jalapeno cheeseburger. Can we eat these yet?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you could tell. You want to tell us about the burgers while we're shoving our face?
So for years, like before a truck, I would pull a barbecue pit around, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got burgers?" I'm like, "Man, where am I cooking a burger on here?" So we started selling them as a way to, like, when we run out of barbecue, we have something we can keep going, or kind of take the heat off, or for kids or whatever. And we used to just grill frozen burgers, and they were all right. And I'm like,
No, this isn't a
if
frozen
we're gonna
burger.
do it, let's do a good burger.
Yeah.
And so
Let me try.
I'm a
this.
big fan of like burger culture anyway.
Okay.
I keep a copy of Hamburger America by George Motes in the bedroom, just
I just love it.
which
Oh my
he
God.
has like a
Good
show
burger.
on YouTube now, like, and that's pretty cool. But they're smash burgers, so we start with a ball of beef,
Okay.
and then so you have bacon, you have jalapeno, and she has onion over here. And so we press the ingredient into it on the grill,
Okay.
so then it creates a nice char on the one
yeah,
side.
there's like a little crunch.
Yep.
Yeah, a little
So
crust
that's
on the outside.
caramelization of the sugars in the meat. Just a little science
Really
in there.
good.
There's like a reason it's good.
Yeah.
It is good.
When you flip it over, like with the onions and stuff, those are
Oh.
caramelizing and cooking in it. Yeah, you got the bacon, so that's like right in there.
Yeah.
The
God,
onion's
awesome.
probably my favorite because
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
really
out like
good.
a patty melt, but without the rye bread and.
Oh my goodness.
It's delicious.
I love burgers. I could eat a burger every day while I'm shoving my
too.
face and talking. But like, you're right. I didn't notice at first, but at the bottom of the burger, you
Yeah,
can see.
a lot of people don't notice. They come back, "Where's my bacon?"
Oh.
Like, buddy, it's in it.
Yeah. Pay attention to that bacon burger.
Read.
How the onion? How's the onion burger?
It's amazing.
That sounds like that would be. Really
You have an
good.
onion burger?
Yes.
I have a jalapeno burger.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have over there, Sid?
I have a bacon burger.
Bacon
And
burger.
there's a train. We
Right
haven't
on
had the
time.
train in our show in a while. I feel like that means like your show's super special.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you have a food truck. You have a food stand now.
Yep.
You also do catering.
Yep.
So you're just everywhere.
I
and
am.
now with the food truck rally, will you tell me a little bit more about what that is?
I'm waiting on some paperwork from the mall to put it together.
What would it be?
We just want to do 3-4 different trucks, predominantly ones in Auburn and the Finger Lakes, just to kind of showcase what's going on, because I don't think people realize how many are even in Auburn. Like when I got there, I'm like, it's like nobody doing this. Well, I've met a bunch of people that are doing it.
Right. Right.
In Syracuse, they're a lot more organized. They have an expensive group you can join.
Of
They
course.
wanted to come up here,
Oh.
and that's cool. But you have to be a member to join. And then so I said to them all, I go, do we want to lock out the local trucks? I go,
Right.
they'd be great to promote it.
Right.
Yeah.
They got the money to do it. They have the big name trucks. But I'm like, you don't want to alienate the people right in this area. I go, or you can have them come up, but just tell them I get to come outside.
Yeah.
So I left it. I mean, I was cool either way. It's not, that puts more attention in a spot I'm already at.
Yeah.
But they wanted to. They were more about keeping it local, because I mean the malls aren't a thing anymore. You can't You can't
Very
depend
true.
on national chains. You have to get
Nope.
your local people in there.
That's
Yep.
right.
And that
Gotta
the
reinvent.
food hall inside, I mean, that's perfect for someone trying to start out or truck. Most of these places already have equipment. The lease, like their terms are really flexible, and it's not very expensive. And there's a bunch of space open.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have. I'll tell you right now, business is not bad in there.
You
Yeah,
could,
especially
yeah.
right outside the Bass Pro Shop too.
Right outside the
Yeah.
Bass Pro, and I mean, it's the nicest looking mall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, how many restaurants have an arcade, a theater,
Yeah.
pool tables, and fishing equipment?
Yeah, you know, you are like a good salesman for all
I
the
know,
I
other
love
local
it.
The
people
more,
right
the
now.
merrier. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's
Right.
only it's good for everybody.
So are you the only food in there currently?
I'm the only food in there. So
Which is
Wow.
good for you. Right?
there was somebody in there, and I was looking at a different stand, and I don't know why, but they're not there anymore. And they're like, hey, this restaurant went out. We can get you in a lot sooner. And I'm like, okay, I'm not ready for that, but let's move on this. You
Yeah.
know,
So what are your hours at the mall?
I don't want to discuss the hours. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
the newspaper discussed the hours when I said, oh, I'm doing this right now, but they're going to change once we know the demand. And now
Right.
they're printed in there, and I
Yeah.
get people like, why aren't you here yet? I'm like, because I told them not to.
I did check your website, and oh, Jim, you just need to scroll just a little bit further down so we can get that slogan. Do you see the finest meat that you'll put in your mouth? I just think it's hilarious. It's something that catches your eye and you'll remember. How did you, is that easy to come up with, or did you have to put some thought into it?
No, I mean,
Is this you?
I love
it was
this.
just a bunch of us joking around. That looks like my buddy
Did
Andrew.
you draw it?
That's actually like 3 different drawings put together.
I love it.
So in his hands are your 2 most popular menu items,
a
right?
retired item.
A retired item.
And then the Hogrito. So we used to do bacon wrap meatballs all the time,
Okay.
which I thought I was being original when I started doing it, but apparently it's like a big thing among barbecue people, but nobody was really doing it in Syracuse.
Right.
So we did the Bacon Festival in Clinton Square, downtown Syracuse, and we brought those. And we got our asses handed to us. We couldn't keep up. The pit wouldn't stay hot. People didn't show up that were supposed to work. We had a line that went up and around the corner, and it was like an hour wait.
Oh, wow.
And we would go through, and my buddy would run through, and he'd be like, hey, it's, we're waiting to get stuff off. It's going to be 20 minutes before we can even serve you anything, and nobody
course.
would move. And it was crazy. And so then we did 2 Tastes of Syracuse's with that item, and we did another Bacon Fest, and then a bunch of other festivals. And then I'm like, we have to stop because we're mixing the meat and balling them and wrapping them with bacon by ourselves. It's not something we were buying.
Right.
And it's a lot.
Time-consuming.
So we retired it from anything big.
Again, so it's like a great problem to have. People
Yeah,
really
it's still a
liked it.
problem though.
Yeah, it's still a problem. So on your menu that you have, I saw you have some type of wraps, you have burgers, you have your typical barbecue.
Yep.
What's your favorite menu item, you think?
The onion burger.
Okay, so
Oh,
for
I got
sure.
lucky today.
Again, yeah, he was like, you'd think I'd be bringing on a big thing of barbecue, but instead he brought us on these delicious burgers. So you just
Delicious burgers. The
Yeah,
crust
they are
on the
very good.
outside. I mean, I got the jalapenos. You were very liberal
Yeah.
with them, which I like. If anybody that orders a jalapeno burger would want, I think would like jalapenos.
People
and
ask for
whatnot.
extra on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stop eating it.
Yep, the cheese is good. The bun is perfect. I don't like a burger where it's all bread.
Right.
I like the thin. I do like the smash burger style.
Yeah, because they're thin. You can crush
Yeah,
a bunch
I think
of
them.
this might be the first time that I've had it. Like I've seen them before.
A lot of people put it on their say that word on their menu now,
Mm-hmm.
but they're most of them are just greasing out their patties and calling it a smash burger. They're not.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And you would know because you have that bedside book that
Right, that's right.
Yeah, that
For 2 a.m. when I wake up in a panic of who's working this weekend, I crack the book and read myself to sleep.
I love that. So do you have a big staff or like how
No.
many people do you
Right
have
now, just me.
Wow.
On the food truck, I work with this gentleman, Mike. He has been around as long as I've had a food truck. He is a friend of mine from high schools. He's married to his sister, and he moved in this area from like Cobleskill or something like that, and he had a background. He worked at Brooks Barbecue down
Okay.
in Oneonta in the chicken pit.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, just come work.
Yeah.
we don't really serve a lot of chicken, but if we do, we
We'll
got
be
Mike.
ready.
So
Yeah, right. So what's your future look like here in the Finger Lakes now? What do you plan to do? Is the food truck going to be a lot more local now? Are you still going to go to the Syracuse areas a lot? Like, how's that going to work?
That's a good question because as people call me from Syracuse to come down, I'm like, do I really want to get on the thruway right now with the way gas is going up? And like, that's also part of the reason I'm fine with having to be open at the mall and it working out is, towing a trailer or my other trucks are all on diesel. I don't want to drive that. And then generators running, I guess, it's going to be a lot more.
It's sad.
Especially with the product cost.
Right.
So at least with this, I can keep my pricing, pretty stable because I'm not hauling anything around,
Right.
But I do stuff with Hobart William Smith College in Geneva.
Awesome.
I got something coming up with them, and I did stuff with them last year. Anthony Road Winery in Penn Yan's always reaching out for the past few years, so I got some stuff booked with them. So I definitely want to expand more in the Finger Lakes. I get calls for catering out here all the time, and I used to be like, well, you're a little far.
Right.
Well, now I'm kind of in the middle, so I should be able to serve both areas pretty well.
What's the best way for someone to get in contact with you if they want to cater event? Email from
or
the
go
website?
through the website. There's a contact form. Do that. Please try not to call.
With one of the emails that we had, I laughed because it's like a typical small business owner. I asked what his title was, and he was like, well, which one? I cook, I'm a janitor, I manage the money, I came up with it, and it's great though. It might be overwhelming at times, but you did all this. You built this from the ground up.
Yeah, I built all my food trucks too from nothing. The first one was an old transport bus.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was red, white, and blue, which was awesome. I'm like, I don't even got to paint this sucker.
Yeah, America.
Serve out the emergency window.
Oh, I love the creativeness that food trucks have in ways that they can, make it look their own. So I hope that we expect to see you a lot more local. And maybe, why doesn't Finger Lakes 1 do a thing with food trucks and things like that?
Would have a food truck fest out in the parking lot?
Yeah, food truck rodeo.
Yes,
that
that would be awesome.
Yeah, people love that stuff.
And we'll make you kind of spearhead it, though, because
you
know what you're talking about.
What you're doing.
Because I got so much free time.
Yeah, right. Now that we have it in, we'll make it worth your while. We'll get the people there as long as we get to eat and sample all the food.
Yeah. Website address is BigAwesomeBBQ.com.
Correct. And the email address is?
BigAwesomeBBQ@gmail.com.
Perfect. I love that you keep that together. So I've loved my burger. I definitely want to try.
Mine's gone.
More food. I will email you and ask you in the future when you are open, since we are not sure what hours you'll be doing yet.
I can give you because I'm trying to change it for next week. We're going to just try to stick to lunch on Monday and Tuesday. I might keep this not working Wednesday thing going.
Okay.
Because it gives me a good time to hit the pit and restock. And
there's a lot of other stuff
and then
to do.
Thursday, I want to switch to the evening. They have bands in the mall every Thursday night. Awesome. And they'll give us an opportunity to do a dinner shift. And then do Friday probably stick to a lunch because that's all I wanted to do there was lunches.
Yeah.
And I only wanted to do burgers too, but they announced that I was coming under my full name instead of what I was trying to DBA as. And so now we're stuck doing barbecue there too.
Well, that makes me happy.
When you do smoke, what type of wood do you use?
Hickory.
Hickory?
Yeah.
And why do you go with hickory? Just your favorite taste-wise or economically, accessibility?
Well, a lot of people use hickory. It works good with pork. And it was easy to get. Now it's not so easy from where I was getting it, which I have to hand load and unload and split myself.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't do enough.
Added thing. Right, yeah.
Because it's an artisan split wood, and that's why it tastes so good.
Okay,
yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
We do staff lunches here at FingerLakes1.com, and I'm already thinking, I will drive there to get that hog-rito, and I will just be like, all right, I need this many, and we're going to do it. I think we have to.
Hog-ritos, sure. Next Tuesday.
Hog-ritos. So you have the food truck really that you're trying to set up. You have all this new locations. It's a lot of moving parts for sure, but...
Yep. So you make your sauces?
I make all the sauces, all the seasonings, for all of it.
Awesome. Do you sell them or?
No.
No.
I don't make enough for myself sometimes.
and I think I saw you you do make your own sides as well?
Yeah, all the sides are homemade. Mac and cheese, coleslaw. We do a homemade bean that's like multiple different beans. They get so disrespected because everywhere else you go, people are just giving you like a can of what's cheap when you go to a barbecue place. It's not what you're
beans
getting
are
here.
important.
And we have kidney beans, black beans, navy beans, and cantellini beans, and a homemade sauce.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. And
That's a
shred
lot.
my own coleslaw for the cabbage.
Nice.
I tried buying it, but it's too thick and it gets soggy like in a day or two.
Yep.
And that's no good.
So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is you really do, though, care about the quality of the food that comes out, too. So, and I feel like that
Yeah.
might set you apart from some of the...
Well, that's
I
why
wouldn't
it's
say
hard to
chain.
hire somebody.
Yeah.
Well, look, any good barbecue place, obviously the meat itself is cooked properly, and every place has its own distinct flavor based on how they smoke it or how they would grill it, whatever. But and then you have the sauces, which is a very important part too,
Yeah.
and usually some options. The sauces have to be good, and then the third part that a lot of times gets overlooked are the sides. The coleslaw for
Yep.
me has to be good. I can't eat barbecue without a good coleslaw.
Yeah.
So, and then you mentioned the beans being unique. That's cool. I think that you need all that for a barbecue restaurant. You can't just smoke meat and have bad sauces, or you can't just
Yeah.
have good barbecue and not good sides.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, so you're going above and beyond. Like you said, they might focus on just the meat at some of, not even the chain ones, but ones that, might have a little bit more.
Right.
In Syracuse area, like you said, I'm sure there's a lot more that are there, but you stand out a little bit, I think,
Right.
which is good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's got to be the key. And then of course, if you want to go to a place like what do you think about Dinosaur Barbecue?
If I had to pick between the barbecue restaurants in Syracuse, I
Yeah.
would probably go there.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't get the barbecue, but I'd get the fried green tomatoes.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
they
are
do a
so
good
good.
job.
Big fan
There's
of their
one
mashed
Rochester.
potatoes and gravy. It's
Okay.
really good gravy, and they have some burgers that are good. I don't even know if it's on the menu still because I haven't been in a while. They had the Blues Burger, which was like a burger wrapped in ham
Oh.
with blue cheese dressing, I think, and Swiss cheese on it.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. I don't even know if they still make it, and I am a big fan of their mojito chicken.
Well, that's cool. I like that you're able to be like, just because you make barbecue
Right.
stuff doesn't mean
Well,
that
it's a whole thing. Everybody does it a little different, and of course, Dinosaurs have been doing it for years, and it's a different type of business. But Rochester, Syracuse, here in the middle, there's a
don't
lot
have
of
much.
people that like barbecue in between.
Yeah.
I think this will be a good summer for you then. I'm
I'm hoping
excited
so.
for you. Do you have social medias?
Yep, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
I think there's a Twitter that auto posts from some app I use for the food truck.
Yeah. So you're literally doing it all. That's
I know.
awesome.
Sounds like you have
Congratulations.
your hands full for sure.
Mhm.
As much as you said, it's a lot of work, I think a lot of people appreciate the work that you do.
I hope so.
So I think it's
appreciate
great.
that burger.
Yeah, I appreciate the burger. I saved it so I
I know,
can
I
eat
did too.
more. So I can eat more after we were done talking. Do you have anything fun and exciting going on this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to actually be at the Skinny Atlas Brewery and the Last Shot Distillery with the truck.
Okay,
And with the truck, I do a different menu than I do at the food stand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like you got the good, you got the old favorites, but then like I'll feature something. Like I'm going to do brisket. This weekend, you're not going to find brisket in the food stand because it's going to sit too long with all the downtime. But on the truck, I know
Yeah.
I know how
Turn
we're
it over.
moving. So we're going to do that. And I might do it on Texas toast with a
Oh.
red eye, smoked red eye gravy on it or something like an open
Oh,
face
wow.
type sandwich thing.
What's the event in Skinny Atlas? Is it a festival?
Saturday.
But is
It's
it
just
like a
Saturday?
festival? It's just
With
a,
breweries, I don't know if they do it so much out here. I know Prison City will host food trucks once
Yep.
in a while.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I haven't really seen anything, but I don't really know what's out here. But I do a lot of work with a lot of breweries, so I just pop in on a Saturday for no reason.
set up shop,
Yeah.
and the regular traffic comes through and enjoys some food with their craft beer.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll have to learn about. There's a lot of places I think that would benefit. Like Miranda Cheese does food trucks all the
Three
time.
Brothers, I think, was doing
Yeah.
it for a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know if they still are.
Just all of them.
So you heard it here first. Now you know who you need to get.
Yeah.
Try it all
So,
out.
Big Awesome
do
BBQ.
you post somewhere where your truck will be like on the weekend?
Yeah, it goes on the website and on Facebook, and I think for the food truck, that auto posts to Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it. Okay.
that's good.
I don't even think I have that app anywhere. I don't tweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you think Twitter is a dying media already
No.
or not really?
absolutely not.
I think for certain
different.
people, I think for certain people they use it a lot more, but I used to use Twitter a lot too, and I don't use it as much anymore. It's weird. But anyways, Jim, do you have anything fun and exciting this weekend?
Well, I know that we're sending a crew to the New York State Final Four on the girls' side, basketball, Hudson Valley
exciting.
Community College, Troy, New York, Paul Russo, Nate Sharman going to be up there all weekend. East Rochester girls in Class C playing in the State Final Four, Waterloo Indian girls playing in the Class B Final Four. If they win Saturday, I think the game times are 9 a.m. East Rochester, 12:30 p.m. Waterloo, and then whichever one of those teams should win, they would play again on Saturday in the state title game.
Wow.
Be live on FingerLakes1.com all weekend long. Russo and Sharman.
Love them.
Polly
That'll be
Rooster Russo.
great. Yeah. That'll be great. Felicia, are you doing anything fun?
I am. I'm headed to Jersey tomorrow. My cousin is getting
Oh.
married on Friday. So that will be exciting.
Yes.
And then my other cousin is having a housewarming party. She just bought a house in Jersey. So a fun, family-filled weekend.
I think they will have a lot of fun with
yeah,
you.
In
I'm
New
super
Jersey.
excited.
I was like, what do I have this weekend? But I do. I have a bachelorette this weekend, which will be fun for Kirsten Klein. And I can't imagine. We're going to have us a good time.
You're going to have a blast.
Yes. So all of us are doing something fun and exciting. What do you do on your downtime?
What
are-
downtime?
Yeah. What are
No, it
things?
doesn't sound like you
It's a
have
good
any.
statement.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids, so
Okay.
whatever they tell me I'm doing.
Oh, your life is just packed. You
Yep.
know, you just know what's happening every day. I feel like.
Somebody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know if
that's
it's
awesome.
me, but somebody.
Well, literally,
Yeah, thanks for the awesome burger. It was
Yes.
really good. It's
congrats too on the new space.
Thank you.
Welcome, I guess we can say. Welcome to the Finger Lakes. I think we'll treat you really well.
And
Start getting
gonna
going.
be looking around for you around. Oh, whenever I see you're out, I'll try to hit you up and try some of that brisket. Try some of that bean specialist
that's
bean
the toughest one to
side.
get because I don't like because I'll serve 6
Well, I'll get
times
whatever
as
you're
much
serving.
pork to the beef, and that's the other weird thing about New York and barbecue. Everyone thinks you have to have brisket, ribs, chicken, pork, sausage, the neighbor's dog. For some reason, you have to have everything here. You go down south, you get pork. They're all
Right,
just
it's all pork.
maybe chicken.
Sometimes brisket,
but up here,
all
for
pork.
some reason, the expectation is everything.
Yeah.
It's not
We're needy.
everything. It's
We're
not
needy.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you never know. You could have a good special. You could check out. You have some menu items on your website.
Yep.
You have great pictures to get an idea, get your
Yep.
mouth watering, and we're very happy to have you in the Finger Lakes.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, and good luck.
Today.
Yeah, thanks for having
good
me.
luck. And of course, thank you everybody that was watching. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back again next Wednesday, of course. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.